thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be very different. It is actually very personal and vulnerable information about myself and very intimate things that I didn't think I'd be sharing on a bigger platform. But the reality is that I do think that there's so many women out there or men that are probably going through the same thing, because this is such a big thing in our society. Today I'm talking about my journey to intuitive eating, my food and body struggles that I had encountered and struggled with my whole life. So this video is for someone that is wanting to ditch the diet culture and the dieting mentality and overcome emotional and binge eating, or for anyone that has or is going through or struggling with an eating disorder. Before I start or say anything, just so you know, this is just actually a big PSA. This content is not a substitute for any professional medical advice, and this is only for informational and educational purposes only. I am sharing my experience. I am not a physician, I am not a nutritionist, so please seek your physician, your nutritionist before you do anything. Then, not that I'm gonna be forcing anything on you. I will just be sharing what I went through and what I did. I just wanted to put it out there. As I said, this is for anyone that is sick and just really fed up with that culture, with dieting and restricting and then binging and then going on a diet and then gaining it back and then losing weight. This just vicious non-ending cycle. I thought I had to live miserable my whole life. I thought I had to struggle with my body and my relationship with food and my relationship with my body and be insecure forever and diet forever and be on this stupid cycle for the rest of my life. It was miserable. I hated it. It was crippling. It was holding me back from living my authentic full self until I reached help. And whenever I actually reached the weight or the destination, because I lost weight like 3 times, like big time, and then I gained it back, and then whenever I reached that, it was never enough. I always wanted more. It was never happy. And this is just to show that it will never make you happy. I promise you, if you don't make peace with food and your relationship with your body, you will never be satisfied. And this was what diet culture portrays, that only if you reach this body figure and this weight and doing this diet and this exercise, it's never going to be enough. And I'm talking about real fulfillment, real insight, that you are happy with your body and you have a very healthy and sustainable relationship with food. Just a quick background. I struggled with my relationship with food and my body for my whole life. The longest I can remember, as early as probably 7 or 8 years old, until actually 18, which I am 18 now. I'm turning 19 in December. I knew it wasn't the lifestyle I desired, and I really needed to seek help. What happened was, back in January of 2020, it was New Year, new me, we all get it, we all know it. And I started keto. I started a keto diet, which the word diet is very triggering and is I hate it. I started keto for remember 3 weeks until I reached a health coach, I remember adding her on Facebook, and we spoke on the phone, and I joined. It was like the universe speaking to me. At that point, I was so miserable. I knew this keto thing wasn't sustainable. I knew I needed deeper help. I needed something deeper than a diet, deeper than advice, deeper than just follow these rules and you'll be fine. So I joined the program that this health coach offered, and I can put her stuff down and below. And it changed my life. The program was 12 weeks, so I of course I'm done. And then I did mentorship for months after. She changed my life. She truly it changed my way of thinking, and it was just so incredible to go from all these things that I said, binging, restricting, to living my life to not thinking about food to actually having the real estate and the mental real estate to focus on other things. So what is intuitive eating? Intuitive eating is usually, I think when we're born, we intuitively eat, pee. It's just our intuition. So, but then you fall into that culture. We get told that we're not good enough, we're fat, we're thin, we're wrong, and then that culture comes in, and then we forget that we're intuitive human beings, and we're intuitive creatures. Intuitive eating is it's just recovery for chronic dieters, that they just start making peace with their body and with food, and they don't look at it as good or bad, and they ditch like the idea of being skinny or losing weight. And do you know that 95% of dieters fail? 95% of people that diet actually end up failing, and then 5% actually end up developing an eating disorder. We should stop diet culture. We should stop praising and glorifying weight loss and glorifying this idea of skinny. I will share something. During me working with a health coach, I remember like in the beginning of our journey, I would like, but I still want to lose weight, And I remember she would tell me, I promise you, if you just ditch that, everything will be fine. If you just intuitively eat, and if you just do what I'm telling you to do and work with me and be patient, you will no longer want that. You will no longer desire that. Again, I don't think losing weight is an accomplishment. I don't think it's a big thing. I promise you, diet culture makes it seem that. I'm not saying losing weight is bad. I think we do it for the wrong reasons. I think we do it very unhealthy. In my 6 months of working with her, I managed to lose 30 pounds with intuitively eating and with not weighing myself. And I don't weigh myself anymore because I think your weight is just a number, and I don't let that trigger me. I don't let that define me, and this is so liberating to reach. I know so many girls out there and so many people out there that weigh themselves every day, that they think this number defines who they are. It defines their worth. It's a fucking number. So I stopped that, and I'm telling you, I have never been this free. It is freeing to not let food and body and all this stupid shit control us. I promise you, there's so many other things that you need to be worrying about. You can talk about politics. The world is in a crisis right now, and the last thing you want to think about is, the calories and the macros and all this bullshit. I promise you, it's not sustainable. You might, I get it, you want to lose weight for that event, and I get it, you want to be skinny, and I get it, you want to fit in, but for how long are you going to do this? For how long are you going to starve yourself? For how long are you going to restrict from diet? You will, and this is, to me, I ended up developing very disordered eating, and it's not fun. I struggled with compulsive overeating, emotional eating, binge eating. You don't want that. Again, I'm making this video to share that stop dieting, stop restricting, stop thinking that you will be a good person when you're skinny, when you lose weight. I get it. I was programmed for the longest time in my life, and I was told this, and I'm like in therapy for so much of this bullshit. But besides that, we can reprogram. We can develop new habits. We can break through self-sabotaging habits and limiting beliefs. There's so much more to life, and there's so much more things you can focus on and do besides dieting, restricting, losing weight, over-exercising, counting your calories. I remember when I was introduced to intuitive eating by my health coach, and she's like, you listen to your body, and I'm just like, listen to my body? Are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean? My body can't do this, or I'm not like this. And because that's not what we're taught. You don't listen to your body. You have to force it. You have to be very aggressive, and we literally like abuse our body. For myself, the longest time, because I didn't trust it. But our body is so much smarter than us. It's your body smarter than you. Let me tell you this. You can restrict, and you can diet, and you can do all this crap. It will, and the biggest example is when you lose weight, you gain it back because your body doesn't want to be at that weight because it's not happy at that weight. So when you intuitively eat, you either will naturally lose whatever weight or you gain weight because you might not be at your the desired weight that your body wants to be in. Stop forcing it to be thinner. Stop forcing it to be bigger in whatever case you're in. It will do its thing no matter how much you want to fight it. Unless you want to do the cycle forever, which will suck. For the longest time, I thought I had to choose between my health and my life, my success, my career. And I thought I couldn't do both. I thought that I had to choose one. And I promise you, when I was there, I couldn't do both. You know, we put so much energy on the calories and our weight and how long do we exercise. And it's like it sucks our energy and the mental real estate for other things. But when you start healing your relationship with food in your body, you're never thinking about this. You start having so much more energy and mental real estate to focus on your life, on your career, on school, on other important things. How liberating is that? I had very bad coping skills. I had poor self-esteem and body image, and it was just so much more that I struggled with. You know, the past is the past, and what you did served you. Everything that happened to you served you, and that's the only thing you knew how to do. It's what you know how to do when you starve yourself, or when you restricted, or when you over exercise as a punishment for having a fucking cookie. It's what you knew how to do. When I worked with a health coach, and most health coaches that work with disordered eating or very unhealthy relationship with food and body, it's a lot of raw stuff. It's very vulnerable stuff. There's a deeper root cause to you developing this way of lifestyle, and yes, that culture contributes for sure, but there is something deeper too, and you will get to the root stuff. It's a mindset too. I promise you, we are programmed that it's all about discipline. It's not discipline. This is a false sense of control that we have, that we think we can control. Our body is intuitive. When you pee, you don't say, oh my god, I've had the urge to pee 10 times a day. It's intuitive. We have to. When you're hungry, pay attention to your hunger signs. When you are full, stop when you're full. And this is all things that you develop in this journey of recovery. But the beauty of intuitive eating is you reject diet culture, no food rules. You learn your satisfaction, like we called it, I believe, like spectrum. Cope with your emotions. You know how to cope your emotions without reaching to food. What? Yes. Move and you stop exercising to reach a certain body, to figure, to have abs, to be skinny. You move to feel good because you love your body, because you respect your body. I only exercise and work out because I love me and I respect me and I want to feel good and I want to move this body and I want to be flexible because I want it to feel good at all times. When you start approaching your food and your body from this perspective, shit gets remarkable. When you decide to have a nutritious meal and when you look at food from a perspective of, I want to feel good, I want to be happy, I respect my body, you're more likely to do something that makes you feel that way. Maybe on some days that's gonna be eating a salad. On some days it's gonna wanting to have pizza. There's no right or wrong. Food, it's not good and bad. I hate that. The first thing we should do is stop looking at food from a perspective of it's good or bad. Pasta is bad. Carbs are bad. Broccoli is good. This is nonsense. This is bullshit. You start living your life. You start enjoying food with pleasure and with no guilt. Food is pleasurable and it is nourishing. You can enjoy food without feeling guilty. I cannot stress this enough. I have so much. When I'm with people And all I hear them say, oh my god, I'm having this, like, it's like there's so much guilt that comes with it. For how long are you gonna live this way? Isn't it so miserable? Again, we are intuitive creatures. I literally, I remember when I was on this strap, I couldn't do anything else because I was like my brain was like foggy. I was very like always like literally frustrated because I wasn't getting what my body needed. I was restricting, I was starving myself to what? For what? I promise you, I'm 18 years old. I've reached a point that if I just start listening to my body and if I start respecting myself and my body for and listening to it, I don't need to lose weight. It is good. It is doing what it needs to do. Oh, I no longer want to lose weight. That's not even the thing in my head right now. And it feels so freeing. I never thought I was literally battling this for years, for almost 10, 12 years. And if you don't wake up, this will suck forever. Maybe this is a sign. With doing all this work, it helped my digestion issues, my sleep. My coach has given me really amazing coping skills and tools to help me cope with my emotions better. I know I felt this. You almost feel like you're a bad person. You're wrong for going through all this, and it's embarrassing, and you feel guilty, and you feel all this shame. But I want to tell you that if you struggle, you're not alone. I want to tell you that it's not your fault for feeling this way. It's like, I know older, mature women that have struggled this for like 20 some years. And if you know this is calling you any way, shape, or form, this sounds like your life, please seek help. Please. It will change your life forever. Like that culture, or us dieting or whatever, and it gives us this false sense of control. I promise you can't control that. You can't control that your body wants food, that your body doesn't want to eat broccoli all day. Listen to your body. Stop listening to what others. You stop wanting to fit in and look skinny and all this bullshit. It might feel weird, and you might feel, scared, but it's so much worth it when you do seek help. I do want to speak about what is it really about? So you often hear intuitive eating, oh, it's eating whatever the heck you want, or it makes you gain weight, or intuitive eating is not a diet. There's no rules. There's no good food or bad food. There's no, list of foods you can eat like other diets. It's basically eating what you desire at the moment and you listening to your body. So for an example, maybe in the morning you wake up and maybe your body is craving like an avocado toast with an egg, or maybe it's craving like a rice cake with peanut butter and like half a banana, or maybe it's craving oatmeal, or maybe it's craving pancakes. And all these options are actually fine. You can have whatever your body desires. At the same time, you are giving yourself what your body needs, and you are going from the perspective of loving my body and respecting my body and giving it what would make it feel good. We all know eating pancakes every single day for breakfast will not make you feel good, but having it is not bad. So just to make something straight, yes, you can have whatever you want, but if we all know, when you have like, again, I'm not saying like bad foods or good foods, when you have something that's not very nutritious or it doesn't make you feel very good, you're not gonna have it every single day. And what I mean by good, pancakes are amazing. They don't make you feel you're the best all the time if you have it consistently. Also, maybe if you like your coffee with cream, put fucking creamer. I like mine black because I love mine black. But guess what? I can't eat eggs with no toast. Literally, and someone else might. It's what your body really needs. maybe for lunch, you listen to your body, you're like, hey, what am I feeling? Sometimes it's gonna be a beautiful salad with like salmon. Sometimes it's gonna be, let's say, pasta, or let's say it's gonna be like tacos. But the point is, you are listening to your body, and when you go from respecting your body and going for it, you'll be fine. You will not overeat. When you're craving a piece of chocolate, when you want ice cream, and when you have ice cream, or in moderation, or in chocolate, you won't binge later. Because what happens with why do we develop eating disorders, or why do we emotionally eat or binge eat? Because we are told that we can never have this, but when we do, we go all out. We binge. We literally go crazy because that's what restriction does. So and that's another problem. So if your body is craving chocolate, have fucking chocolate. Have a piece of chocolate. You'll be fine. Because I promise you're better having a piece of chocolate than binging over big amounts. Speaking of exercise, you don't work out or exercise again to be skinny and to have abs, and having goals is okay. You don't go crazy. I know you don't wake up every single day wanting to be at the gym for 4 hours. Move to feel good. Move because you love your body, because you respect your body. Also, the confidence, self-esteem, body image, it comes with time. It comes with practice. You treating your body with love and respect. You saying affirmations. You being very kind to yourself. When you look in your mirror, hey, I appreciate you hey, my legs, thank you for making me walk. I sound a little ridiculous, but that's how you build self-esteem and good body image. Hey, I might not like my arms, but hey, they made me, drive to whatever. They made me move. I literally clicked with you showing love to your body and respect to your body. That's how you actually build self-esteem and body image. Last thing I want to touch on, stupid comments, people saying shit, people criticizing people. From now, when I look back to my childhood and to everyone that has criticized me and said something really rude that has wounded me, I would only say one thing: people project their own beliefs. So if someone calls you fat or whatever very triggering comment about your body or your unhealthy relationship with food or whatever, it's them that are struggling with the same thing. Now when I look back, everyone that has said something to me, I can see that they are literally so trapped in diet culture and restricting and starving themselves. And now with all the self-awareness, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, But that's still not a reason to say something. How did I get over it? Is by you speaking your truth, by you not really caring, because sometimes you just can't explain this stuff. I can sit here and tell you, but if you don't want to do it, some people will still wanna go the miserable route and starve themselves and restrict forever. And hey, that we all make choices, right? I think therapy helps a lot. Coaching, speaking about it too, because sometimes because it's something that triggered us in the past. It makes us feel a certain way when someone says something. But when you make peace with your body and with your relationship with food, it gets better. You don't care as much. So, that's about it. I really hope I actually empowered someone to look into intuitive eating, look into coaching. You can always go for therapy, but I from my experience, I've noticed that, and please don't quote my words and attack me. Sometimes it's good to work with someone that specializes with eating disorders and unhealthy relationship with food and body, and you should always look into that, of course. But I think it's from my experience, like coaching, style or therapy. I could be wrong, but really look into it. For me, therapy is more of the childhood stuff, the trauma, communications, things like that I think that help. But again, do your thing, do your research. Again, I am very passionate about this because I am not exaggerating. This changed my life. Me loving my body and me intuitively eating and me ditching the diet culture and really tuning in I have so much energy to do other things and not to worry about my weight or things like that. Again, I hope I helped someone. Please reach out to me privately or in the comment section and tell me what you think. Tell me if you have any questions. I will link my coach's information because she'd love to have you guys. And just so you know, she's incredible. She's amazing. She does work virtually. So like if you are in London or if you are in Michigan, you will do it online. And they're like Skype sessions. So I promise you, we did it 12 weeks. We did 16 sessions online. Again, it changed my life. Long story short, start listening to your intuition, start listening to your body, start loving you, and stop conforming to the stupid system. Love you guys. Thank you.